I like how we vibing. 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 I like how we vibing.
This video is sponsored by our channel sponsor, which is 015. You can find them on 015.co.za for some premium web hosting from as little as 45 Rand 90 cents. I mean, 45.90. Think about it. That's not a lot. And you will get some premium domains. And I personally would advise you on getting maybe the Supreme or the Executive packs, because it comes with a lot of benefits and a lot more storage, and you can host multiple websites on one package, you know. And this is, since we are talking businesses and growing your businesses, you can actually get your business registered by them, and there's some benefits, you know. You can get a name reservation, company registration, a certificate, income tax number, and you can even get a free.co.za domain if you pick one of the higher packages, or you can get a free QuickBooks subscription for 3 months. For 3 months. Yo, that's nice. You know, that's really, really nice. And if you want a website, they can actually develop a website for you at a very affordable rate of starting from 2,100, excluding VAT, I think. But it's not a lot. Think about it. 2,100. You spend a lot more on other things. But yeah, and once again, executive plans and supreme plans, you literally get free domains. They, for the first year, they are literally out here trying to win you guys over. Anyway, let's continue with the video. Welcome to another episode of Tax Talk Thursday. I know that the budget speech was a while ago, but I just wanted to make some highlights. I just wanted to make you aware of some few points from the budget speech that might affect you, whether you're an individual or your business. So yeah, let's get started. The income tax, this is where they've made a few adjustments here and there. They've increased the threshold to 91,250 Rand for those who are below 65, and 141 Rand 250 141,250 Rand for those between 65 and 75, and they've increased it for those who are above 75 to 157,900 Rand. And yeah, so here are the rates, you know. So they start obviously at 18% for from 1 Rand until 226 Rand. Obviously, if you're below the threshold, you don't have to really worry about that. And between 226,000 Rand, you and 353 Rand, you're looking at paying 40,000 Rand plus some change, plus 26% of any amount above 226,000. And then 353,101 Rand and 488,700 Rand, you're looking at paying 73,726 Rand plus 31% of any amount above 353,100 Rand, and any amount between 488,701 Rand and 641,400 Rand, you're looking at paying 115,762 Rand plus 36% on any amount above that threshold of 448,700 Rand, and so on, man. You know, it continues until you get to those who are above 1 million. So that 45% doesn't mean you're paying 45% on the 1,731,601 Rand. No, it simply means any amount above that threshold. So you could still be at 1,731,600 rand, or let's say 1,731,700 rand. So you're gonna pay 45% of that extra 100 rand. So it will be 614,192 rand plus 45 rand. That's how they calculate it. So you don't need to stress too much, but that's how it normally works. And then the rebates that are applicable, your primary rebate is 16,425 rand. That has increased. So that's the rebate that everybody gets by default. And then you get a secondary rebate for those who are above 65, and that's an extra 9,000 rand. That has also gone up. And then you get your tertiary rebate for those who are above 75,000. So if you're above 75,000, you're not paying much tax. But then again, you're not making a lot of money. And if you are, teach us, show us how you're doing it, So that's that. Let's see what's next. Provisional taxpayers. What is a provisional taxpayer? A provisional taxpayer is an individual who earns income from an unregistered employer or an allowance or advance payable by a person's principal. However, if an individual does not carry on a business and they meet the following requirements, they will not be liable for provisional tax. So basically, if you meet one of the following requirements, you will not be liable for provisional tax. You'll only need to declare your tax once a year, if you are going to declare any amount. The taxable income will not exceed the threshold for the year, which is 91,250 rand for the 2023 tax year, which is the tax year that we're currently in, which started on the 1st of March and it's ending next year, February. Taxable income for dividends, foreign dividends, rental from letting fixed property, and remuneration from unregistered employer will be less than 30,000 rand or less. So basically, if you're earning less than 30,000 rand from other revenue streams, you don't have to worry about being a provisional taxpayer. So you could still be earning above 91,000 rand, but your other income is not necessarily above 30,000 rand, then you don't have to worry about being a provisional taxpayer, Retirement fund lump sum withdrawal benefits. So this is for those who want to withdraw from a retirement fund, such as a pension fund, pension preservation, provident fund, provident preservation, or retirement annuity fund. And so these are the benefits that you get, and this will also include an assignment in terms of a divorce order on or before the age of 55. So that's what the withdrawal lump sums are all about. And the retirement fund lump sum benefits or severance benefit. This is a retirement fund lump sum benefits. It's the same as the above, so it's basically the same benefit, except in this case, if you are 55 years of age or older and you're withdrawing because of sickness or an accident or an injury, or you're unable to work, and your employer has also terminated basically the employer no longer operates, kind of a thing. So that's basically what the retirement fund lump sum benefits or severance benefits is all about. The severance benefits includes lump sum from or by arrangements with an employer as a result of relinquishment, termination, loss, repudiation, cancellation, or variation of a person's office or employment. So basically, you lose your job. That's what it means. That's what the severance benefit's all about. Yeah. Dividends tax. Yes, you pay dividends tax, but most people don't pay it because the company actually withholds it for you. The current withholding rate is 20%, and it is held by the company that is declaring the dividends. That's for a local company. And then for foreign dividends, the tax levied for shareholders holding less than 10% is currently also at 20%. Okay. And interest exemption is 23,800 rand. So basically, if you're below the age of 65, that's how much you can get away with not paying any tax on interest. So basically, let's say you've got an investment or you've put your money away and you're earning 22,000 rand interest. You don't have to worry about paying tax on it. But the moment you get to 24,000, you're going to pay tax on it, on that extra 200 rand. And then if you're above the age of 65, then you don't have to worry about paying any tax on any amount below the 34,500 rand. But if you are finding yourself that you're gonna be above that, maybe you should look at speaking to your financial advisor and looking at putting the money somewhere else, like a tax-free savings account, things like that. But that's what these rates are. And then, deductions. What deductions can you get? We've spoken about where they can make you pay tax. Where can you deduct money? Retirement fund contribution will be allowed as a deduction for income tax purposes. So any amount that you contribute towards a retirement fund, whether it's a provident fund, preservation fund, pension fund, retirement annuity, etc., you will be allowed to allocate that towards your deduction for tax in that year. And if any portion of it is disallowed, it will get carried over to the following year, But we can talk more about it if you want, just drop me a comment and let me know. And then medical aid and disability expenses. So medical aid contributions or contributions to a medical aid scheme, the credit is currently sitting at 347 rand for each of the first two people. So if it's just you and your spouse, then you will each both be allowed, or whoever's paying. So let's say I'm paying and I'm covering my spouse and my medical aid, then I'll be allowed 347 rand times 2. And then if we've got kids, then you add the kids to that, then it's 234 rand for every extra dependent. So let's say kids, then for all those kids. And then additional tax credit is 33.3% of the sum of qualified medical expenses paid by yourself on behalf of an individual who's 65 years or older or is disabled individual. And for anybody else, it's 25%. So meaning, if let's say I've got other expenses that my medical aid didn't cover, and then I want to claim them back, only 25% will be included if I'm not disabled or I'm below the age of 65. But if I'm above the age of 65, then 33.3% will be allowed. So keep those receipts, even if your medical aid doesn't allow. What I normally do is I put it through my medical aid, let it reject it, and then it will appear on my tax certificate when I request it from my medical aid. Simple as that, Then you don't have to worry about doing the paperwork and proving to SARS, because then the medical aid scheme will literally submit the information on your behalf. Income tax for companies. Okay, so the first section was all for individual. Currently, as it stands for companies, is 28%. It's been 28% for as long as I couldn't remember. But there's a change. Starting from next year, March, it's going down to 27%. So meaning you will pay 1% less on tax starting from next year March. So who knows, you might, that extra 1% will go a long way. 1% of 100,000 is $1,000, and that's not bad. But yeah, and like I said, man, that 1%, if you plan for it, you'll be sorted. Benjamin Franklin once said, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. So plan ahead. And now that you know what is coming next year, when you do your tax returns for next year, you will be able to keep records of everything. Your medical receipts, you'll be able to see where you are when you're doing your interest. Maybe your wherever you saved your money is starting to reach that 23,000 threshold. Start moving it towards something else. Start consulting with your financial advisor. Start consulting with a tax practitioner to see how you can take advantage of other benefits that were actually in the budget speech. So plan ahead. Don't fail to plan. Plan ahead. Thank you. That's the end of today's Tax Talk Thursday. You can always check us out on Twitter. We are the Compliance Clinic. On Instagram, we are the Compliance Clinic. And then you can send us an email where you can connect at mcponline.co.za. And on Twitter, we are the Com Clinic ZA. But all that information is down below. You can check us out. Peace, love, and prosperity, man.